venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002. There's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He takes this for 3 to the 29. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Carr going to throw. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Then the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 13-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Both the mic. Go. Watch the screen.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Jacobs might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dietrich Wise gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Carlson now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Furl, that got in there to bring him down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. 7 yards the pickup there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Completes this out left to Ruggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
Raiders 19, Patriots 14. Daniel Carlson will kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Fires the mic.
Now Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
We got 4. We got 4. Mike 5. Where's Twins? Where's Twins? Mike 5. We got 1. Last chance. Mike 5. Keep it up, defense.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play there for New England. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Lindsey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Screen pass to Lindsey. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Jones has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Running the jet sweep with Jones. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. offense set to get this drive started. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr to throw again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
He was taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Raiders.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jacobs now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, Lindsey running left. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 41, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down at 7. Throwing, Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ben Mason, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return comes Drake. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Rush this. Rush this.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. To throw is Jones. Able to find Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Here's Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Jones. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that will push the lead up to 5. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
My bad, guys. My bad. My bad, guys.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens